Yes, people, what's going on, man? You're back on TalkBall. Hope everyone's good. It's a bit of a crazy one today. Mason Greenwood, bruv. Sexual assault allegations, guys saying he's a rapist. Crazy voice recording. Some mad pictures. Guys saying that the Man United player that got, the Premier League player that got arrested, I think it was in 2020. Guys are saying that was him, so like it's been happening for a while now. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. I mean, if it was just the pictures, then I don't know. There's not much to grab onto on that if it's just the pictures, you know what I mean? But from time she brings in a recording, and this guy's talking crazy, talking about, I don't care, you little shit. Bruv, it's a bit mad, bruv. It's a bit mad, I can't lie. Not quite sure what to think of it. He fully looks like a rapist. Like, whether guys are saying he sounds like he's intoxicated and that, I don't know. Maybe he was intoxicated, but I've been intoxicated and I've never moved like that. I know a lot of men that have been intoxicated and they've never moved like that. So it's a bit crazy. I mean, shit, he's looking like a rapist. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that word on YouTube, but he's looking like an artist. He definitely is. He's definitely looking like an art chargist. It's mad. And then and now the dad came out talking about, yo, it's crazy. My daughter said her phone got hacked. To me, it sounds like one of her friends came out, grabbed the phone and said, nah, we got to do something about this. And slapped it on social media so that people could know what was happening. Yeah, man, it's a bit crazy. In the dad's statement, he says, it's very sad. Mason's been a part of the family for 2 or 3 years now. But from what I understand, they've been together since high school or something like that. So like maybe Mason just came into the family, like probably got proper introduced into the family in the last 2 or 3 years. But from what I understand, they're kind of high school sweethearts. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Don't want to be like spreading mad information. That's what I've heard. Allegedly, they were high school sweethearts. But the dad said that he's been in the family for 2 or 3 years. So I guess the relationship got serious over the last 2 or 3 years. One second, let me just fix the light on this. Well, that's a blue light. Yeah, I prefer that. Yeah, so bruv, I mean, I got my opinion in it. To me, that's an artist right there. I can't lie. That anger in his voice, the anger in his voice in that voice note. Guys are saying, oh, it might not be his voice. I don't know. Really? Would it really come out like that? Would all of his teammates unfollow him if it wasn't his voice? Like, I know when it's not my brethren's voice. You know what I'm saying? If someone said that my guy did something like that and they used a next voice, then I would be able to say that's not my guy's voice. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good for him at all. It's looking a bit crazy. A lot of people say, wow, the pictures are from time ago, why didn't she say anything? Bruv, these people get scared, bro. They don't want to say nothing. And Stockholm Syndrome is a real thing. It's a real thing. If she was actually with him from high school, then I guess it's perhaps fair to assume that he's been like abusive since that time. And if that's the case, then Stockholm Syndrome can really come into play. You get me? Like, she's been there for a long time. She probably thinks that you know what I'm saying? She probably thinks that it's okay and that it's normal. But yeah, man, nah, to me the recording is too crazy. The recording is just too crazy. But if that was someone I know, a female I know that went through that, bruv, I'll be telling her go to the police. I'll be telling her do whatever you can. I'll tell her, yo, kill this guy, bruv. I'd say, yo, kill this guy, bruv. That's what I would be saying, man. But you know how it goes in the world that we live in. Even with she could have all the evidence in the world, he'll probably still go free without any problem. You know what I mean? Maybe you get like a 1 year in pen. I think that'll be like worst case scenario for this guy. Get a 1 year in pen in jail and then go out. And you know what I'm saying? That's not really nothing to a young boy that's a millionaire. So I think that's probably worst case scenario for him. Unless the courts find that he deserves a lot of time and he does a lot of time. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's looking a bit mad. It's looking a bit mad. So imagine, let's say, even if he got like 3 or 4 years, you know what I'm saying? That's not that much for what it seems like he's done. It's not that much, you know, like, and I say for what it seems like he's done because as much as I think that this guy's like raping his girl and beating his girl, no one truly ever knows the full story, innit? Like I'm only putting together what I know from the story, and it looks like this guy's raping and beating his girl, innit? So I think he should be going to prison for a long, long time. For me, rapists should get life in prison if you're raping a girl. If you're actually raping girls, you should go prison for life, in my opinion. And if you're like in a situation where it's like a prolonged period of you abusing and raping someone, bro, you should just go prison for life. Like that's just what should happen. You should just go prison for life. It's crazy because you'll get guys that just sell drugs that go prison for 10 years. And then a guy like this, he's going to get off scot-free. And obviously the money plays a big part. He's got a lot of weight behind him that can help these things go away. But, like, even if he didn't have a lot of money behind him, we've seen it. Guys who rape girls and do these things, they go off, like, for not that long. I know a guy who got convicted 3 charges, I think, of raping women broad daylight in some park. Happened in the space of a few months, I think. He went to prison for like 3 years. And trust me, that guy ain't have no money. That guy ain't have no weight behind him. He went to prison for like 3 years. That's what he got charged with. It was something like that. It was something light. So imagine a rich kid like this that's got influence, got people behind him. I think he should just get beaten up, bro. I'm talking about a beat down, bro. Like a serious beat down. Like break legs, break his ribs, break his jaw, internal bleeding, all of that, bro. He should just get beat down, like beat the fuck down, bro. Like that's what I think should happen to this guy, without a doubt. Because as I said, he'll go jail. Worst case scenario, let's even say worst case scenario is 3, 4, 5 years. He'll come out still a millionaire, and he'll probably come out with a vengeance, bruv. You get me? He'll be well protected in prison. Cause, you know what I'm saying? He'll be well protected in prison. They'll nice him, and he'll just be like, oh, you know, like, oh, it was a lie. She's making it up, blah blah blah. And guys will be like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like, I don't know, like child abuse cases, you get me? Like those guys, they seriously go through it in prison. But even Adam Johnson, look at Adam Johnson. I've not heard that he's gone through it badly in prison. Maybe he's had some moments that were a bit tense, but you know what I'm saying? You don't hear that he's going through it badly. So I don't know, man. Like rape is not that important. Guys don't really care about rape in courts. So yeah, man, it's a bit mad. I mean, like, I'd assume, I assume he's gonna, like, be arrested, maybe? He'll probably be arrested, questioned, that kind of stuff. Then you look but I don't know, like, look at Mendy. And I don't know the situation with Mendy. I think the situation with Mendy is kind of mad. Like, 7 women accusing this guy of raping them, like, it's a bit crazy. Like, someone that I know was saying that a few of them said it was all on the same night, that he raped them all on the same night. It's like, what? How does that happen? Like, how can you do that? This guy's either extremely active or there was some sort of conspiracy against him from these girls. You know what I mean? Like, that seems a bit more unbelievable. And also, there's not like these hard evidences. Like, maybe not hard evidences, but like, there's not like evidence at all, really. Like in the Mason Greenwood case. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. And I don't know, man. You see footballers get away with this all the time. Whether the girls are lying or not, the footballers kind of get away with this. Adam Johnson's the only guy, and Robinho, actually. Robinho ain't got away with it, but that was like a 9-year-long trial. And, bruh, like, something must have gone down. It was like a gang rape. And I know how these things are, you know. Some of these girls agree to these things. They go up, suddenly they're not on it. You know, but then again, some of these girls agree to these things, but they agree to doing it maybe with 1 or 2 guys. They go up there, suddenly it's a gang of guys, bruv, and they're like, what's going on here? And the gang of guys ain't having it. They're saying, yo, you know what's going on here. You know what I mean? And that may be what happened to Robinho, but that happened to Tupac, bruv. You get me? Tupac got convicted of something like that, of a gang rape. You know what I mean? And same thing happened with Charlemagne the God. He got convicted of something like that as well. So those are the 2 that I kind of remember. Adam Johnson and Robinho, those guys have got done for it. Robinho's getting done for it now. I think that guys in Italy are trying to get him taken over to Italy, but Brazil doesn't have that law. Like they don't extradite guys. I think Italy's trying to request that he serves time in Brazil, but you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see how that goes. But he's like, he's actively they're trying to get it done. If it wasn't for that extradition law, he'd be in Italy and behind bars right now. Like, it's not like he won his case. You know what I mean? He lost his case, but like they just can't get him into their country to slap him in pen. So they're trying to ask Brazil to do that for them. But we'll see if Brazil do that. You know? So yeah, well, Adam Johnson, Robinho. It's a bit mad. Even, bro, but look at Gylfi Sigurdsson, bruv. He disappeared off the map. When did his thing happen? I think it was 2001, early 2001. We heard things about it, and then in July, the name came out. It was Gylfi Sigurdsson. Bro, where is this guy? Where has my man gone, bruv? It's a bit mad, bruv. Where is he? It's a bit crazy. He's not in prison. I heard Everton got a safe house for this guy. That's what I read. I don't know, allegedly. Allegedly, Everton got a safe house for this guy. So, yo, man, it's a bit mad. I know Adam Johnson's punching the air right now. Like, what's going on here? He's on the blower right now to the lawyer. Hey. What's going on here? How's Gylf getting off? What's going on here? He abused. He's out there abusing youngins like I was. Why is he not in prison? Why is he in a safe house? And I'm in the jailhouse. Like, what's going on here? I know Adam Johnson was probably getting paid more than Gylfi. He must have been getting paid more than Gylfi. So, I know he's fuming right now. But yeah, man, it's just a crazy situation. Like, as I said, it looks like Greenwood is a madman. It looks like he's a rapist, bro. It definitely looks that way. If that's it, that's his voice, bro. That's his voice, bro. Let's not even beat around the bush, innit? That's his voice. If it wasn't his voice, it would have come out by now. Someone would have said, oh, that's not Greenwood's voice. Guys are just, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are making excuses for him. I understand. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, look up to him. They know that it looks bad on their club. They know that it looks bad on English football. And I know that it looks bad on like black men. I know that he's mixed race, but you know how it is here in England. Everyone gets lumped into the same category. It looks bad on black men, and a lot of people don't want him to be a representation of black men or of men in general, or you know what I'm saying, or other things like a Man United player, like an England player, like an English man. So a lot of people are making excuses for him, but they're all saying, oh, but maybe is not his voice. How do we know? There's 2 sides to every story, bruh. In this story, I think there's 2 sides. There's definitely 2 sides. There's always 2 sides, but I think in both sides, this guy's a rapist, bruv. I can't lie. I think in both sides, this guy's an archaeologist. It's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But yo, man, I guess all you can say is I don't know. Does this guy have a family? Does he have a dad and a mom? I don't know. Like, have they kept tabs on what he's on? I don't know. It's a bit mad, bruv. It's a bit mad. But yeah, man, just had to cover that news real quick. If anything else happens, I don't even want to talk about these things too much, but it's a crazy story, man. It had to be spoken about, and because it ties in with a lot of other things like Adam Johnson, like Mendy, like Gylfi. Like these are things that they shouldn't go away. If they're real, they shouldn't go away. And if Adam Johnson's getting done for it, if Mendy's getting done for it, I know he's on bail, but like they're trying to do him, then Greenwood needs to get done for it. Gylfi needs to get done for it. Like, these guys are just footballers. No one really cares about footballers. Like, let's be real. Like, they just kick ball on grass. They don't really do much for no one. Every now and again, you might see them doing some sort of charity giveaway, bro. Like, that's all they do. They don't really do much for this earth. They just entertain us for an hour and a half on the weekend. That's all they do. Like, so they ain't no heroes. They're just regular people like us that happen to be good at something that rakes in a lot of money. If they were good at football in India, no one would care, because no one cares about football in India. You know what I mean? If they were good at football in the North Pole, no one would care, bro, because no one cares about football in the North Pole. So, obviously in Western society and in a lot of other societies on earth, football, it has quite a lot of value. So we look at these guys like maybe they have a bit more value than they do, but end of the day, they're just people, you know what I'm saying, running around on a pitch, kicking a ball into a rectangle. So yeah. If these guys are what it seems like they are, they have to get done. They have to get done. Because you can't have guys running around saying, like, doing crazy things, and then they're kids' heroes. Kids are looking up to them like, that's my hero. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at CR7. CR7 should have got done, bruv. He should have got done. The girl who accepted the payment, she's a fool. She should never have accepted the payment. But, you know, you never know you never know about the pressures that these people go through. But Ronaldo should have got done. You know what I'm saying? He should have got done. My man admitted. He admitted, bro. He admitted. He went to the police. The police brought him in. He said, yo, yeah, she said no bare times, but I wasn't trying to hear it. And then I apologized at the end. Bro, come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then the girl looks mad because she comes back like 8 years later, 9 years later, talking about, oh, now I really want him to get done. Come on, man. Like, did the money dry up? If it was that serious, you should never have taken that peas, man. People need to be strong. You gotta be stronger than that. These guys can get taken down. You just gotta be relentless. And I'm not trying to speak from the position of a sexually abused woman, innit? Because I could never know what that feels like. But we gotta break it down logically. Don't give up. Be relentless with these things. That's the only way these guys will get done. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I know Ronaldo is the hero. Ronaldo is a reference for hundreds of millions of people, bro. Maybe touching 1 billion people. Ronaldo's the most influential footballer of all time, in my opinion. Most influential footballer of all. I've never seen a guy that divides the people and inspires the people like Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? He's got like that Kobe Bryant thing, that Michael Jordan thing. Except they don't have like them kind of charges. Or maybe they do, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. But yeah, Ronaldo's like a hero. Ronaldo, like, you see grown men seeing Ronaldo, they fall to their feet and cry, bruv. You get me? He's almost like a god on earth. Like, that's the only person I would cry if I saw. If I saw God walking, I'd say, yo, I'd shed a tear. I'd say, yo, that's God right there, bro. Shit. And cry. So for man to be crying for Ronaldo, they must see him like a god. But he ain't a god. You get me? If you box him in his nose, he's gonna bleed, bruv. God don't bleed. So you gotta be relentless. You gotta just, you know what I'm saying, be brave and do your thing, man. Like, and try and get these guys done. Otherwise, it will always happen. It will always happen. And yeah, man. But obviously, it's not always like that. Some girls do a madness. Some girls do it out of spite. Some girls put themselves in positions that they then afterwards think to themselves, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. And then they go and, you know what I'm saying, try and get the guy done. Bruv, know yourself, innit? know yourself, know the situation you're in, and don't, you know what I'm saying, look back in hindsight, say, oh, that was the wrong thing to do. So yeah, man. As I said, I'm not really gonna cover stories like this too much, but this one was kind of crazy. This one was very crazy, and yeah, man. Pure football coming up in the following videos. Take care of yourselves, guys. Be safe out there. Men, control yourselves. Not all men, but them man there, please control yourselves. If you know you got a problem like that, find a way to stop it. All right? It's not all men. I know it. None of them, like, bro, all of my friends, out of every friend I've ever met in my life, only one of them has moved mad like that. And I ain't his friend no more. You get me? Only one of them has done a madness like that. And I ain't his friend no more. Out of all the friends I've had, only one of them has done a madness like that, and I ain't his friend no more. You get me? So yeah. To them man that are doing those things, get some help, bro. Get some help. To them man that have those feelings, that force themselves on girls, things like that, bro, go get some help. Because as much as you don't represent men, in the eyes of society, each man represents men. Same way each woman represents women. You get me? So please, just go and sort yourselves out. That's all I ask. Anyway, this was TalkBall. Take care of yourselves, people. Lots of love.